So, do you have your book with you? Okay. Page number 159. Radha, take your book with you, girl. Yeah. And do you have the questions written? 30 questions I gave from the chapter number 14. Chemical effects of electric current. Yeah. Okay. So, the first question is, what are good conductors of electricity? The answer is on the page number 159. Introduction heading, second line. The materials which allow electric current to pass through them easily are called good conductors of electricity. I'm going to repeat this answer once more. Page number 159, introduction heading, second line, the materials which allow electric current to pass through them easily are good conductors of electricity. Did you get it? Okay, second question. What is the second question? What is current electricity? On the same page, introduction heading, just after the para. Okay. The electricity used in the electrical appliances is called current electricity. The electricity used in the electrical appliances is called current electricity. This is our answer. Second. Third question. Just below to that, the answer is the electricity which does not flow is called static electricity. As for example, I told you battery. When it is charged, the energy is stored in that. And that electricity is called static electricity. And this is our answer. Third. Did everyone get it? Okay. Fourth question. So you may write the examples as on the page number 159 or there only you write. Answer 4. Solutions that conduct electricity are as solutions that conduct electricity, a solution of sulfuric acid, a solution of sulfuric acid, comma, hydrochloric acid, comma, vinegar or lemon juice. I repeat once more. Solution that conduct electricity. Example, a solution of sulfuric acid, comma, hydrochloric acid, vinegar, and lemon juice. Or you can write or lemon juice. Then the question number 5. On the heading, do liquids conduct electricity? Page 159. Do liquids conduct electricity? Para. Last second line. Some important differences in the conduction of electricity by solids and liquids. These differences are given below. You have to write the first and second point. In solids like metals, electricity is carried by electrons, but in liquids, electricity is carried by ions. That is the positively charged or negatively charged ions. And the second point, when electricity is passed through a solid, then no chemical change takes place. But when electricity or electric current is passed through a liquid, then a chemical change takes place. Means a chemical reaction is happening. Okay. Did you get the answer? Do liquids conduct electricity? Last second line, from some important differences in the conduction of electricity by solids and liquids, and then the next 2 points. And this is our answer, fifth. Yeah. Next question, page number 159, just below to the second point. The liquids which conduct electricity are called conducting liquids. So this is our answer 7. In place of question number 6, we will write any question. Okay. The next question. Yeah. So just after that, the liquids which conduct electricity are called conducting liquids. After this, the chemical changes from here. The chemical changes which take place in conducting liquids on passing electricity or electric current through them are called chemical effects of electric current. This is answer 8. Did you get it? The chemical changes which take place in conducting liquids on passing electric current through them. These are called chemical effects of electric current. Next question. What is LED? LED means light emitting diode, and it is used for detecting weak electric currents. Write the answer. LED means light. Yeah, the answer is there, but boy, you have to write the answer in your own language because the meaning is not coming appropriate from here. You read the answer. LED, light emitting diode for detecting weak electric current passing through a liquid. But this is not a proper language for this answer. What is the question asking? Yeah, so you can write this one also, you can write, no problem. Or either this one which I told, this is also a simpler one because LED means, yeah, see, LED means light emitting diode and it is used for checking weak electric current. Correct now? Which one you think is easier and understood to you, you can write that. No problem. LED means light emitting diode and it is used for detecting weak electric current. Okay now? LED means light emitting diode and it is used for detecting electric current, weak electric current. Got? Okay. So this was our answer 9. Correct now? Yeah. So what is the 10th question? So these are the two ways which are mentioned on the page number 160. The weak electric current. Actually the spelling is wrong there. You write WEAK. Okay. Make the correction there. The weak is written, the spelling is wrong. I think so there in your book. Make correction WEAK. The weak electric current flowing through liquids have low electrical conductivity and can be detected in two ways. The first one, we can use LED for detecting weak electric current passing through a liquid. LED is a semiconductor device which glows even when a weak current passes through it. So till here, current passes through it. The first point. And the second point, we can also detect weak electric current flowing through a liquid by using a compass. Even a weak electric current flowing through a wire produces a magnetic field around it. Till here, magnetic field around it. So these are the 2 points which you will write for answer 10. What are the two ways for detecting flow of current? Okay, next question. So this answer you can write yourself. LED stands for light emitting diode. Okay. Next one. On the page number 161, at the bottom you can see a heading electrolytes. Terms commonly used in describing chemical effects of current. The first term is what? Electrolyte. You will write the heading and then the answer. Chemical compounds whose molecules ionize into positively and negatively charged ions in a solution that conduct electricity are called electrolytes. And this is our answer 12. Okay, got. Okay, next one. On the same page number 161, last third line, an electrolyte produces ions when it dissolves in water. A chemical compound, when dissolved in water, is called its aqueous solution. I think so. You should write till here only. An electrolyte produces ions when it dissolves in water. When an electrolyte will produce ions? When it is dissolved in water. And then it will help in the conducting or flow of electric current. Okay. So this is our answer 13. Answer 13. Then next question. What is an aqueous solution? Hey, what I am saying, it is getting written on your screen or not? Yeah. Okay. So what was the question? What is an aqueous solution? So the next line after that, a chemical compound when dissolved in water is called its aqueous solution. Got now? A chemical compound when dissolved in water is called its aqueous solution. And this is our answer 14. Correct? Yeah. Next one. Give an example. So you can write on the page number 162, when sodium chloride is dissolved in water, it is called aqueous solution of common salt. Page number 162, at the top, very first line, you have to write from sodium chloride is dissolved in water. It is called aqueous solution of salt. Means when we are dissolving sodium chloride, that is NaCl. What is the formula for sodium chloride? That is NaCl. Then the next one. Yeah. What is the next question? Yeah, till here only. We don't need to write much about that. It is asking about only a example. So if we add sodium chloride like salt, we add in water. We take 2 spoons of salt and add in water and mix it. So it is an aqueous solution that will conduct electricity. You can do this experiment at your home. Yeah. Very good afternoon, girl. Very good afternoon. So here we are going through actually question and answers, and these are from the chapter 14 that we studied that day, chemical effects of electric current, and we are working on the question number 15. Questions I gave, I think, in the previous classes, 30 questions, I guess. Correct now? Yeah, yeah, you take your note. How many questions we have done now? 16 done. So we have to work on that. Yeah, yeah. What are non-electrolytes? Okay, so both answers we will write. First of all, you mark for what are non-electrolytes. Which question number is this? What are non-electrolytes? On the page number 162, some compounds such as glucose and alcohol dissolve in water but do not form ions. And when ions are only not formed, current will not flow. All such solutions that do not form ions do not conduct electricity. Such compounds are called non-electrolytes. And this is our answer 15 or 16. There is no problem. You see the question and write the correct serial number. If the question answers are written up and down, also no problem. But the serial number should be correct. And the correct question number, and what is the question asking? That you first read and then write the answer. Don't do like that. If I am asking what are non-electrolytes, you write the answer of electrolyte. So please don't do like that type of mistake. 13 we have not read, girl. After this, we will read chapter number 9, reproduction in animals. 13 not, we have not read now. We have not read yet, girl. We will go through in our next classes, and probably if I will have any extra class this week or next week, so I will text you just before one day or the same day in the morning. I'll see anyhow. I'll do something so you can get that thing. Okay, because we have done, and I think so for half an hour we were working on that only. 10 or 15 minutes. Uh, so no problem, girl. I'll see something because that thing takes a lot of time and storage and net. You all know, na. You are also using mobile, so you know it is a lot of storage capacity gets fulfilled. So it is very hard to manage on that mobile all the data and all that things. But I will try to get it done because many of the students are not here. So it will be a problem for them to get. Otherwise, they will ask for you to send your notes, picture, and all that. Okay, but anyhow, any problem comes, then you tell me. I will try to solve that. Okay. Yeah. So what is the first one? So you know what is that? Yeah, correct. Very correct. NaCl, common salt. Next one, copper sulfate. So anybody can tell me what is the formula for copper sulfate? No one. See, copper symbol is Cu and sulfate SO4. So CuSO4. You know na C is capital and U is small. Don't make U also capital. First alphabet is capital and the second one is small. And in SO4, S is for sulfur, O is for oxygen. So both will be written in capital. So it will be CuSO4. Okay. Okay. Next one, zinc chloride. So what is the formula? ZnCl2. Yeah, because the zinc symbol is what? Zn. And chloride, that is chlorine, Cl. Okay, I'll see because it is ZnCl2. Because the valency of zinc is plus 2. Next one, what is next? Hydrochloric acid, HCl. Next, potassium hydroxide, KOH. It is potassium hydroxide, na? Next, what is the next? Nitric acid, HNO3. HNO3. What is the next chemical name? C6H12O6. Next one, C2H5OH. C2H5OH. Write in capital, na? C will be capital, H will be capital, O and H, they will be also capital. So the formula will be C2H5OH. Next, what is the next? Sodium hydroxide NaOH. N capital, A small, O capital and H also capital. NaOH because Na is for sodium. First alphabet is capital and second is small. And next, O and H, they are particular elements. O is for oxygen, so first alphabet capital. H is for hydrogen, first alphabet capital. Okay now. So NaOH. Next one, ammonium hydroxide NH4OH. NH4OH. What is the next? This much only. Okay. Yeah. Okay, fine. Then it is the 17th question. Yeah, he is saying correct. This is our 17th one only. And 16th one was non-electrolyte. And 15th question, write an example of aqueous solution of common salt. Yeah, okay. So, tell me the next question. What is that? What is electrolysis? So, on the page number 162, page number 162, we have just learned when electric current is passed through an aqueous solution of common salt sodium chloride, it decomposes means breaks the chemical compound sodium chloride into sodium ions that is cations and chloride ions. This process is called electrolysis. Answer 18. Whatever बेटा आपके नोट में जो लिखा है उसमें क्वेश्चन नंबर आप वो बुक में मेंशन कर लीजिए. Okay na? So there is no problem. You are writing the right answer for the question. Question number doesn't matter, but question and answer should be correct. But I have not written na any. I'm going through the textbook only. Yeah, that's fine. Because that will be a photocopy. Now you just put the mobile and just you start writing. That's why I'm not doing that thing. That is a very simple. I will click the photo and send. But like this, we can discuss over the answer. And what is the question? हम क्वेश्चन को भी समझ सकते हैं कि क्वेश्चन की मीनिंग क्या है. Because I always tell if you don't know the meaning of question, how you can write the answer? Suppose you forgot answer, you cannot memorize. So if you have understood it, you are getting the meaning of that question, what it is asking. So you can write the answer in your own words also, na? So you can save your marks from getting lost. That's why we do the exercise work here. So I think so we did the answer number 18, electrolysis. Whatever the question is that, na? What is the, yeah. Then what is the next question? Tell me the next one. Define voltmeter. So just below to that, the fourth one, voltmeter or electrolytic cell. A glass or plastic container containing two electrodes and the electrolyte is called voltmeter or electrolytic cell. This is our answer 19. Next question. What is the next one? What are electrodes? On the same page number 162, fifth one, electrodes. The metal rods or solid electrical conductor through which current enters or leaves the electrolytes are called electrodes. And we read, what are electrolytes? What are electrolytes? We have just marked it. Can anybody tell me what is the answer for this? Ionize. Yeah, yeah. What you were saying, girl? Your answer also. Yeah. This also we can say. Or we can say which produce ions positive and negative that help in the conductivity of current. That are electrolytes. But simply if we do not dissolve them in water, if we do not dissolve them in water, they will not produce ion or they will not conduct electricity. We can take the examples of non-electrolytes as glucose or alcohol. So this was our answer 20. The metal rods or solid electrical conductor through which current enters or leaves the electrolytes are called electrodes. Answer 20. Next one. What is cathode? So just below to that, there's a heading cathode. The electrode connected to the negative terminal of a cell or battery is called cathode. This is our answer 21. Next one. I think so. The next question is what is anode? So the electrode connected to the positive terminal of a cell or battery is called anode. Electrode connected to the negative terminal, that is cathode, and which is connected to the positive terminal of a cell or battery, that is anode. You can make the sign also there only, so it will be in your mind whenever you see it. Answer 22. Next one. For this answer you have to come on to the page number 163, electrolysis of water heading. In the year 1800, a British chemist, William Nicholson, is somewhere very noise is coming. Yeah, I'm going to repeat because some noise was there. Page number 163, electrolysis of water. In the year 1800, a British chemist, William Nicholson, had shown that if current is passed through acidified water. What is acidified water? When we add few or little or few drops of acid in water, that is called acidified water. Like we add few drops of hydrochloric acid or sulfuric acid in water, that water will be called acidified water. Then bubbles of oxygen gas and hydrogen gas are produced at the two electrodes immersed in it. So this you have to write. I think so. The first point, oxygen gas is formed at the positive electrode, which is connected to the positive terminal of the battery, and hydrogen gas is formed at the negative electrode, means it get deposited there, which is connected to the negative terminal, of the battery. And then the reaction S2O. When electric current is passed, it breaks into H positive and OH negative. That is the decomposition of the chemical compound. It is getting broken down. The compound H2O, it is made up of two elements. And when electric current is passed, it led to the ions formation, positive ions and negative ions. So the H positive, this is the positive ion. You can write there below to it, positive ion. OH negative, negative ion. Okay now. So this is what electrolysis of water. Till this reaction you will write. From here, in the year 1800, a British chemist William Nicholson, and then the 2 points, evolution of oxygen gas and hydrogen gas, and then the reaction H2O gives on passing of electric current on it. It breaks into or decomposes the chemical compound H2O into H positive ion and OH negative ion. That helps in the conduction or the flow of the electric current. If ions are not formed, current will not flow, and ions are formed in the process of electrolysis. Okay, yeah. So this is our answer 23, right? Yeah. The next one. Okay, so page number 163. Just below to activity 3, the chemical reactions brought about by an electric current may produce one of the following effects. The chemical reactions brought about by an electric current may produce one of the following effects or more also. So these are the three effects which you have to write. Bubbles of gas like hydrogen and oxygen. Deposits of metal may form on electrodes, means they get deposit like sodium, hydrogen or oxygen. Third one, changes in color of solutions may occur, means it may get from yellow to gray or the color may get faded. Like you have seen the deposition of carbon at the terminals of a battery. When the carbon gets deposited, so the flow of current doesn't take place there. Correct? Now you have seen in batteries, when the person comes to make the electrician comes to make it proper, so first of all he cleans out the terminals in the battery to clean off the carbon which is deposited there. Same like it gets deposited, that is the same process. Okay, so this was our answer 24. Answer 24. Yeah. Next one. This answer I told you just now, acidified water when we add acid to water. Yeah. Page number 163. Just below two reactions, the water from the third line, sorry, second one. The water containing a little of acid is called acidified water. And just now I told you what is acidified water. This is our answer 25. Okay. Next one. Page number 164. Heading uses of electrolysis. You have to write just the uses like first one, manufacture of chemicals, second, extraction of metals from their ores, third one, refining of metals, yeah, and the fourth one, electroplating. Answer 26. Answer number 26. Yeah, you got now page number 164. Uses of electrolysis heading first, second, third, fourth, manufacture of chemicals, extraction of metals, refining of metals, and electroplating. Read out the next question. Yeah. So the page number 164. On the page number 164, electroplating heading. So, fine, electroplating with the help of. So you do not need to write this point. Yeah. The heading electroplating on the page number 164. The method of coating the metal surface of a given articles with a thin layer of superior metal with the help of electric current is called electroplating. And the diagram which you have to draw, it is just below to it, electroplating of copper on an iron spoon. And like that, the rings which we see in the market that are artificial, they are having a coating of metal just over the other. Suppose a iron ring and we coat it with the gold liquid water. So what will happen? The color of the ring will get changed. And this can be done with the help of electroplating. Like spray painting we can say. Over one layer we can do the second one, third one or fourth one. So what is electroplating? Overcoating of metal, one metal over the other. Correct now? Yeah. So this is our answer 27. Answer 27. And you have to draw this diagram also, which is made at the bottom. Electroplating of copper or an iron spool. Next one, what is the question? Write the uses of electroplating. Electroplating is done for various purposes. It is on the page number 165. Uses of electroplating. Electroplating is done for various purposes. First one, protection. Iron objects are electroplated with chromium or nickel or zinc to protect them from rusting. This is because chromium, nickel and zinc are less reactive metals which do not corrode easily. Till here first point. And I think so in reactivity series we have read about why chromium, nickel and zinc they do not get corrode easily because they are less reactive. This answer. Yeah. Heading uses of electroplating. Electroplating is done for various purposes. Here are a few examples. First one, protection. Iron objects are electroplated with chromium or nickel or zinc to protect them from rusting. This is because chromium, nickel and zinc are less reactive metals which do not corrode easily. Okay, and the second one point, decoration. Metals used for making jewelry like gold and silver are very expensive. The artificial jewelry is made from less expensive metals. The artificial jewelry made from less expensive metals is electroplated with expensive metals like gold and silver, as I told you now, to make them look expensive. So the second point full, and this is our answer 28. Okay, read out the next question. What effects are produced by an electric current? The passage of electric current through a conducting liquid causes chemical reaction. Yeah, so this one is the correct. The passage of an electric current through a conducting liquid causes chemical reaction. And this is our answer 29. Right now, did you get it? Yeah, it is on the page number 166. Summary third point. The passage of electric current through a conducting liquid causes chemical reaction. We have read also when current is passed through an aqueous solution, there is formation of ions, positive and negative. And when ions are formed, that only help in the conduction of current. Read out the next question, that is the 31. 30th, last. Huh? Hmm. Why electroplating is done? So this answer you can write from the page number 165. For protection and decoration. Page number 166. Only from corrosion. But there are more uses now. Protection is also, decoration is also. It is done in that kitchen gas burner, cutlery, tap. Many things are there. Or you can write this. This is easy one. It is correct now. This one is easy in just one line. Electroplating is mainly done to prevent metals from corrosion. Do you know what is corrosion? Corrosion you don't know. That rusting of iron, jung lagna, there is a formation of a layer of oxygen, oxide. When metals react with oxygen, metallic oxide is formed. Na? Fe plus O2 gives Fe2O3. We read in the chapter 4. That's non-metals. Correct. Now you just see. So the process of formation or layering of a layer of oxide over a metal, because whenever any metal will come in contact with the air or oxygen, oxide will get formed, and that is only called corrosion. As you can see in iron, when it is in contact with the water or left over in the roof, so what happens? It gets corroded. So like electroplating can prevent it from the corrosion. So this is our answer 30. No, one more. Because the question number 6, in place of that, we have to write a question. And I will give you that question and you will find the answer yourself. Okay, what is a battery? What is a battery? Okay, yeah. Okay, then, and in our tomorrow's class, we will go through chapter 9, as I told, reproduction in animals. Okay, then, everyone, have a good day. Study well and write these all answers neatly. Read the question, understand it, then write the answer. Don't be in a hurry. Okay, after completing, please send your PDF. Okay, bye. Have a good day.